Hello, I'm Leslie Allen for Tennis Channel. Welcome to our third edition of 50 Years of the WTA. Nothing makes a sport thrive more than tremendous rivalries. And so it came to pass that in 1973, what's arguably the greatest rivalry in the history of sports got underway. Chrissie Evert versus Martina Navratilova. It began in Akron, Ohio, and soon enough commanded the attention of the entire planet.
When I first met Chris and she said hello to me, I was so excited. In Fort Lauderdale in 1973, I walked by and she said hi. I'm like, oh, Chris knows who I am.
Well, with all due respect, most of the opponents that I played, I had a winning record against. So I think that with Martina, it was a different story.
Their whole background was so completely different. Martina, from behind the Iron Curtain, a very tough rallying cry to get her out of the country and ultimately to become a U.S. citizen. And here's Chrissie, the most beloved, sweet young thing from Florida. They had so little in common when they began and so much in common when they ended.
One style was the ground stroking and mentally tough Chris Evert, who wouldn't give you a point. She'd beat you 6-love, 6-love, even if it took 3 hours on the court.
The physicality of playing Martina was the biggest challenge because at the time she was so much stronger than the rest of us and she could smother you with her serve and volley technique.
If you want to compete successfully, you need to constantly improve. No two players in the history of women's tennis demonstrated this principle more brilliantly than Evert and Navratilova.
Chrissie knew by Martina up in the ante and getting so strong and so lean and fit that she needed to spend more time in the gym. She needed to get stronger. Martina knew that Chrissie could pinpoint her backhand deep, and Martina improved her backhand. Her slice became more threatening. She could hit over her backhand by the end of her career really well. So I think that's normal in tennis. Every 5 years, everybody has to keep improving or else you're gonna fall behind.
I think every sport is at its zenith when there's a great rivalry. And sadly, I don't think we'll ever see anything like Chrissie and Martina in women's tennis. It's just something to treasure.
And we played each other 80 times. And then we became best friends through being the biggest opponents ever. So just proud of being half of that partnership.
And there was a real camaraderie there when you're in your late 20s, early 30s. I think you realize, you become secure enough with yourself that you realize it's not affecting your individual legacy. If anything, it's adding to it, and it's a legacy in itself. Once I had gotten to that point, we formed a great friendship, and even to this day, we're even closer than we were when we were competing.
Of their 80 matches, Martina won 43, Chrissie 37. To think that between them, these two won 321 singles titles, including 36 majors. It's hard to imagine we'll ever see a rivalry of this scope again. For Tennis Channel, I'm Leslie Allen.